pretty and sparkly people, Lizzy Sparkle here, and today's video is going to be, well, I don't know how to describe it, but I guess it's going to be like a topics video, which I don't even know what I mean by that, but I guess it's going to have a specific topic other than like a makeup sort of thing or a haul sort of thing, sorry, I just kicked the stand there. So, today's topic is going to be law of attraction and all that good stuff. The whole, what am I trying to say? This airplane, we got airplanes that fly over the house all the freaking time just because the main airport is like, anywho. So, it's like the whole, how else do they phrase this other than law of attraction? Guys, I'm just going dumb right now, like brain dead. Okay, anyway. Well, we're just gonna jump in anyway. So, I guess I should probably introduce myself. I don't think I've ever really introduced myself on this channel, but I got a feeling, I could be wrong, and I may be just like, I'm a little high horse right now, but I feel like this video might attract some people who might be interested in this topic. If so, welcome. So I just want to do like a brief little introduction about myself. I'm Lizzy Sparkle, and I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. And of course I like sparkly things, hence the sparkle. Well, okay, yeah. So, and also, like, my name is Elizabeth Sparkle. Instead of spelled with the E, it's spelled with A. So it's Elizabeth Sparkle, but you know, just call me Lizzy. Lizzy's good. You never know what's gonna be on this channel. Just saying, I have so many friggin' interests that, guys, if anybody's been watching my channel, thank you. You may have noticed that, like, it tends to be makeup centered, but we also, there's some other things, like I love to knit, I love to make jewelry, like we got some jewelry here, we got some jewelry here. I love designing things, anything wearable, I love designing. And of course I love sparkly things, like I just said a while ago, and I do the southern accent thing. Like, it's weird, but my southern accent comes and goes, okay? It's not like I'm trying to do it, it's like I'm trying not to do it, it's just, it's there when it wants to be there, okay? Okay. And I also do like weird things with my hands, because why not? Okay, so, and I made the background too, just BT dubs. I'm a little bit of a interior designer when I want to be. DIY queen. Alright, so I get choked up a lot and I have a hard time talking a lot. Alright, so we got the basics covered. Woo! Okay, so back to the actual topic at hand, which is law of attraction, which of course, like most people these days, got into it because of this, you know, like most everybody else, this was featured on Oprah when it first aired. It's The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And it's a compilation of like the law of attraction stories and theories described by these people who've been practicing it and who are well adept with the knowledge of knowing all about it and that good stuff. But anywho, where am I going with this? Okay, so I've been into it a lot more lately than I have when it first came out, which okay, I could go into that, you know, okay, I'm not going to go into my sob story. I have a whole sob story about this and when this came out, but we're just going to skirt over that. Skirt. Okay, but I have like a collection of her books back here, like I keep them handy. Yeah, I basically have the power, I have the magic, and here's the sad thing. I had this for years and years and years, and I don't know why I cannot ever get through it. Like, I'll get like, okay, so basically it's like what, 21 days of practices, or is it 31 days? Hold up, this is pathetic. I cannot, I guess it's like 30, or is it 30, 31, something like that? I don't know. Yeah, it's like more than 21. Okay, so It looks like I stopped at like 24. I can never get, like, once I get into like the 20-day range, it just kind of goes, and you know, habit forms after 21 days typically, and I'll do it for like over 21 days, and then just some reason I just fall off the wagon, and I've never gotten through the whole book, so my bad to myself. Anyway, I have that one, I have the hero, and I have the how the secret changed my life, and so those are always inspiring to me. But the reason why I'm into this kind of stuff is that I have had experiences in the past, and once I learned about this, I'm like, oh, duh, did it, attracted it, you know, I brought it to myself, I manifested it. I guess that's what I was trying to say earlier. It's about manifesting things, like think it into fruition, kind of, sort of. Anywho, so lately I've been on this kick, like years and years ago, again, when the Secret came out, they offered the, like, Rhonda had on the Secret website like a free version that you could download a PDF ebook file of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, who kind of like inspired her to dig into this whole thing. And so I've read through it once upon a time, a long time ago, and just like, because that was like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and it's just kind of like, so I'm rereading it again, and it's a short read, and it's out there, it's all over the place. I think it's still on the Secret website, PT Dubs, but I just, like, because of my work schedule, I get so worn out, and so I like to read at night before bed, but by the time I go to bed, it's just like, I'm an exhausted little sparkle person, okay? Okay, so I'm trying to get through it, and it's taking me forever to get through it, which it shouldn't. It should only take me like a couple hours to get through the whole thing, but, you know, that's my bad, okay? And then so I also bought this off of Amazon. It is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, which is PT Dubs. Don't get this version. It's just basically some publisher like took one of the ebooks online and just printed it without formatting it. I kind of flipped through it just to see like how it looks, and the formatting is really wonky. Like chapter 2 is like down here, and like in the beginning there's like a typo. Just, it's pathetic. Like, if you're interested, get a different version. Don't order this, because I wasn't expecting it to be like this either. I was expecting it to be like more of like this size, like big difference. And this is a whole other thing that I'm going to venture into, because I've heard about this over the years and I finally got the book, okay? But this isn't what this is about, okay? Well, maybe it might be, but anyway, not for this video. So, it's taking forever for me to get anywhere with, okay, honestly, I really don't know where I'm going with this. I guess I'm just opening a discussion for other people who are out there who maybe know more about this, or maybe who are interested and want to get to know more about this whole, like, thing. We can do, like, maybe like a journey, like, sort of thing. So, anywho, there's a forum out there called Powerful Intentions, which I signed up with way back in the beginning of all this, and I haven't really bothered with it in a long time, just because it's just not super easy for me to navigate. Okay, so I know there are people out there in YouTube land, like I know Jake Ducey and his wife do stuff about this all the time, which I've been watching some of his videos trying to get into it, but I don't know, like, I must get derailed while watching his videos, because every time I watch a video, like, by the end of the video, I'm like, wait, what? Like, I totally, like, miss, like, the title would be something very specific, like, how to manifest what you desire in 24 hours, and by the end of the video, I'm like, wait, how do you do it? Like, did I totally miss the part where he describes it? Or, like, the secret to manifesting $1 million, and again, by the end of the video, I'm like, wait, what? Like, do I just totally, like, does it just totally go over my head, and I'm just like, okay, anyway, no shade to him. He's very compelling to watch. Like, he's interesting to watch. It's just, I don't know, like, it's like I'm there at the beginning of the video, and then at the end of the video, and then somewhere in the middle, I'm just kind of like, did I just go to sleep and not realize that I went to sleep and just missed everything that was, like, crucial to what the discussion was about? Like, I don't know. Again, no shade to him, because, like, I watch his videos all the time. I'm subscribed to him. I just don't know what happens in the middle there. Anywho, So I don't know. I need recommendations. Okay. Anybody's watching this and they know okay, anybody you're like familiar with like the YouTube community of law of attraction, and you've got some good people that you're subscribed to, or if you're a person who makes videos, leave some information down below. Like, who should I check out? Who are you? Should I check you out? I'll take it. I'll check it out. And thanks in advance. Thank you. Okay, so, and that's another thing, gratitude. Like, this whole thing revolves around, like, having gratitude. Like, that's one of the main things. Like, of course, there's a whole idea where you think it into existence, or, like, I guess, okay, going back to the Jake Ducey thing, he's really big on talking about how, like, energy, everything is energy, which energy cannot be created nor destroyed, you know. Physics, that is physics, right? Right, something like that. I remember something like in physical science, like learning that. Okay, so there's a whole thing where like what you want already exists. It's just a matter of like attracting it to you and thinking about it. But it's like you don't want to dwell on it. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna get it. Like the whole, you want to be like certain about it and all that stuff. And I'm doing a horrible job of explaining this, but there's so much detail we can go into about this. Okay, but then there's also another aspect of it of having gratitude. Now this gratitude. Okay, so the other one is like what I was just talking about with the thinking it into existence and like believing it's yours basically, but it's like you don't want to like dwell on it too much because it still gives like the thought that you don't have it, like the thought versus want versus have. Like you don't want to be in a want state of mind, you want to be in a I have state of mind. But so that has worked for me in the past too with a lot of concert tickets. Like I imagine like myself like winning concert tickets and being like happy about it, and there was like one summer where I won like tickets to 3 different concerts, and then the next year I won like tickets to another concert, and then like later on, a few years later, around the time of like about a year after this, I had in mind that I was going to win tickets and meet this other, like one of my favorite artists, which you kind of see his poster back there, that right over there, Gavin DeGraw, which he was like back years before too as well. But I had like, when I heard on the radio like they were doing this meet and greet at the radio station with him, I'm like, okay, I was in the car, I'm like, okay, today I'm going to win those tickets, I'm going to this, I'm meeting him, they're mine. And when I went home a few hours later, called up, boom, won them. Okay, so that's another thing. And so stuff like that, I mean, I've had that, well, I won't say I had that down, because lately, like over the years, it's kind of been hard for me. It's like I'm overthinking it. So, but another thing is gratitude. Now that's another big one that they talk about, like having gratitude, being grateful for the things that you have. Now this right here has been like big for me. Like, okay, so I'm spiritual, I'm religious, I'm a Christian. I pray on a regular basis. I pray throughout the day. Now, here's where this kind of comes into play with this. Whenever something good happens, or whenever I think about like something that I have, I'm really happy to have, I always give my thanks in prayer. So I'm always like giving God my thanks. Now, here's the thing. Like, I was doing that before, but I wasn't, like, I was doing it maybe like at night or something before going to bed. But then like, or like when something really like amazing happened, I would give like my prayer thanks. But I started doing it on the regular throughout the day, and it's just like my life has gotten so much more abundant. That's another term, abundance, that they, you know, you hear often with law of attraction. So I've just like, things have greatly improved, hence like my makeup hauls on this channel. Like I give thanks for the things I get, and it's like I get more, and I get things that really make me happy, which makes, like, in turn I give more thanks, and it's like I get even more stuff that makes me happy. And so, and I mean, it's all superficial in that regard, but I like stuff, I like sparkly stuff, and I've managed to attract, manifest all this amazing stuff in my life. Like, my dad and I were having this conversation the other night, and it was about like when I was in high school, and about like, you know, superlatives. Well, I never got a superlative, but I was nominated for 3 superlatives, like most likely to succeed, best dressed, and most studious. Now, I was just kind of like laughing, like I was nominated for most likely to succeed, like, and what am I doing? I'm working retail. And, you know, I thought when I was younger, at this point in life, I would be a multi-millionaire just living my best life in a mansion somewhere, and being like a rock star on stage. But my guitar skills are lame. My piano skills are even lamer. My singing skills are, but still I like to sing. As shown in previous videos, that they ain't gonna shut me up. It's just like, I just don't think like people are gonna be like wanting me to come on stage to perform for them. Otherwise they're gonna be like, boo, get off stage. Okay, anyway, maybe one day, you never know, maybe I can manifest my rock star career. Okay, anywho, so yeah, so I was just kind of like, it's a good thing I didn't get that superlative. And my dad's like, well, you're doing pretty much what you want. Which, no. I mean, I kind of am at times I'm doing what I want, but like in general, in the grand scheme of like a life plan, no. So, I don't know, I would love to do YouTube. I think everybody on YouTube would love to do YouTube as like their dream career, kind of, sort of, maybe, I don't know. Anywho, so I just think it'd be fun. You know, that's another thing. Like with this channel, like I want to make people happy, and that's, you know, we'll talk about, that's a whole other video. Okay, so anywho, he's like, yeah, but you have what you want. That's in a sense success. And I'm like, kind of is. Like right now at this point in my life, I have pretty much everything I want within reason. Like, no, I don't have my big mansion on Tyne Boulevard or in that vicinity, which is the area in Nashville, which is like a, like, you know, like big grandiose houses, rich people, all that jazz. One day. Okay, since this is a law of attraction, I do have my house on Tyne Boulevard. Thank you. And I do have, like, okay, as a teenager, I dreamed of like having this vast collection of Urban Decay products, which at the time there weren't like a ton. There weren't products like we have now. I mean, well, they've relaunched some stuff like they had back then, but anyhow. That was kind of like my dream growing up in high school. Like they didn't even sell Urban Decay here in Tennessee, or at least not in the Nashville area. So I had to, like, as a teenager, there's this like teenage website where like it was like an online auction and message board, and that's how I got my Urban Decay. I got a lot of secondhand Urban Decay stuff, and I did manage to get one brand new palette on eBay back before like all these like knockoffs were produced, which I would not recommend ever buying makeup on eBay. Like, just saying, you don't know how authentic it is. Okay. So, but nowadays, like, I have like pretty much anything Urban Decay I want. I have all these like all this stuff. I have Stila. That was another brand. Like, Stila was a brand. Too Faced. That was another brand. And like, I have like anything Too Faced I want. So I'm like, I'm like, whoo, I'm living my best life over here. There's also another thing, and I don't think I have it in, let me see if I can find it. Alright, so I'm going to be like flipping through some paper while I look for this, but just kind of tell a story. I'm a Cadillac enthusiast. I'm obsessed with Cadillacs. I've had pretty much every car I've had has been a Cadillac minus one, because it was just kind of like an emergency situation and I needed a car at that time, so, you know, could get only what, or I got what I could get, basically. So I don't even know if it's in this notebook I'm looking for, but you know, I've always had this thing about like certain Cadillacs, and like one of them was going to be like XLR, but okay, we won't go into long detailed stories about that. But a Cadillac CTS was another thing that like was like dreams. dreaming of my Cadillac CTS. Like, and when my mom was alive, that was something she really wanted, a Cadillac CTS too. Like, we were DeVille people at the time, and but, you know, Cadillac CTS just seemed really exciting. So, okay, so this is dated September 29th, 2017. And I wrote, I see myself receiving over $15,000 immediately to enable me to buy a Cadillac CTS in perfect condition. Which right here, I don't know if you can read that, like, so, okay. So I tried different versions of it. And then I have like some more like manifestations down there. Okay, anywho. So that was September. At that time I was having some car problems, and then I like with one car, and then I got my other car and, you know, ready to drive. But then later on, that one had some problems. Like a few months down the line, that one had some like beyond our ability to repair problems. So in December, a few months later, you know, at the time I wrote that, I didn't really know like how much a used CTS was. Like, I knew like the new CTS, but you know, I'm not always looking for like a new car. I just, you know, within reason, I'm like a good used car, because you know they depreciate so much. So I was like, $15,000 sounds good for a CTS. I mean, it'll be new enough, but it won't be like outrageously new, like, you know, like break the bank. Like, again, $15,000 seems like a good reasonable price without me, like, I haven't done research in years and years and years and years for one, so I was just pulling that figure out of somewhere. So I was like, again, what did I write exactly? I want to get the wording just right, okay? I wrote, I see myself receiving over $15,000. So here's what happened. December, after this long strain of like issues within this time period, it gets to the point to where my beloved car that I'm driving at the time, just, it's beyond our means to get it repaired. Okay, so go to the dealership, and there's a CTS that I found that was like $8,000. That was like phenomenal, but it was an older CTS model. So they're like, it's a cash car, and did not have that cash, because if we had the cash for that car, then we could have got the other car. Thanks. So anywho, you know, go through this whole process, and they're like, they run a credit thing and everything, and they're like, well, hey, guess what? You qualify for a newer CTS. So the CTS I did qualify for was one that I ended up getting it. It was a 2011, which, another backstory, years ago, 2010, went to this international car show here in town, and they had like, oh, the newest CTS and everything, and I sat in the seat of the newest CTS in the other vehicle, which was the Escalade. But I wasn't like too keen on that particular year of Escalade, but I just wanted Escalade, but also really wanted a CTS. So I sat behind the wheel of a CTS. I'm like, I could get used to this. And it was a 2011 CTS. I'm like, man, like in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking like, and that was the last year that my mom was alive to have been, well, she died in 2012. But like, that was like, you know, like that would have been, if she could have gotten a new car, that would have been when she would have gotten like a new car. So she was like, I remember that for her birthday that year, we're like, oh, what can I get you? And she's like, a new CTS, like a new 2011 CTS. So I wound up with a 2011 CTS. And another thing, like my ex-fiance used to play these little car video games, and in the car video games there's like a CTS, and it would always, like, usually he would like customize it, and usually would be like a silver CTS with black leather seats and carbon fiber like trim. And like, I thought that was weird, because like always, like, I'm like, I always associate a wood trim with the Cadillac. Like, I felt like carbon fiber is like a cheap trim. I still don't know. I still feel like wood is better trim, but like he was always like, no, carbon fiber is so nice. Carbon fiber is really nice. Like, and like all these other guys out there like, ooh, carbon fiber. So like, I don't know. I wound up with the silver 2011 CTS with black leather seats, carbon fiber trim. Just saying. And the price, the loan, like before like the interest and everything, it's gonna be like after like the warranty that I had added onto it. It's like $15,000, and then like basically my loan itself, like we had trade-in value for like all this other stuff and money that we put down. So basically my loan, which is slightly over $15,000, which like I'm like, in what world do I have $15,000 at my disposal? But apparently in the loan world it was a viable thing, and I don't know. I just feel like I attracted this car to myself. Okay. I know for those who are like non-believers in the law of attraction, coincidence, what, let me just live my life, okay? Let me be. So that, I'm just saying, I manifested my 2011 Cadillac CTS, and we're in the works for a, I don't know what year yet, but a Cadillac XTS, preferably, okay, we're just gonna say it's gonna be a Cadillac XTS blue, a blue one. Fully loaded, or almost fully loaded. You know, it doesn't have to have like every single thing, but you know, at least a reverse camera, because this car that I have does not have a reverse camera. And my car has a sunroof, which I used to love sunroofs. Had them before on Cadillacs. Great, no problems, no worries. This one, it's a problem. So, you know, just, we're not doing sunroofs anymore if we can help it. Okay, so that's the next thing. My next car, gonna be a Cadillac XTS, paid in full. Not doing this loan thing anymore. It's gonna be paid in full. And again, it's gonna have a reverse camera, and I don't know if at this point they have that like a Tesla where it automatically drives, like, not autopilot, but whatever they call it. And I know it's not going to be a 2013 or 2014, because, okay, here's another thing. You never want to get, like, the first year that a car model is released, because there's going to be all kinds of problems with it. Just naturally, there's going to be all kinds of problems, because they got to work out the bugs, you know. That's, like, the ultimate way they can test the problems with the car is, like, to release it and they're like, oh, okay, that's the problem we have. We'll fix that next time around, you know. So I'd say probably like, and I don't want like, again, not a new car because they like immediately depreciate. So like a 2016 to, yeah, 2016 or newer. Okay, that's out there now. We're just gonna let it go, let it be. All right, so so that really doesn't give you much value out of this video, I guess, at this point. I don't know, it's just me rambling. I ramble all the time. That's just how it is. So share your stories down below if you feel compelled, and the day that I get my Cadillac XTS that's blue, we're gonna refer back to this video. Okay, so be sure to hang around, maybe possibly, if you enjoyed this. Hopefully you found something. I don't know, I'm going down one of my little rambly things that yeah, anywho, we're gonna wrap this up right now. There will probably be more videos about this subject matter, but we'll get into those when that time comes. Anywho, so yeah, I just went blank. So like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz, you know. If you want to share something, share below. Oh, and of course, if you know YouTubers, if you are a YouTuber who dwells on this topic, talks about this topic, has anything to do with this topic, please feel free to share below and all that jazz. And so thank you for watching. Yes, thank you for watching. And please come back to the party. Okay, thanks, bye.